It's King Lear. Guess what? OBS has crashed twice tonight. So we'll see, how it does. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't crash again. Also, I have no idea what I'm going to draw today. Not a clue. So if somebody wants to tap in, and I'll go away, and then you can draw tonight's drawing. I think that would be ideal. Oh, good. A break from grading. I don't know how much of a break it's going to be, because I don't have any idea what's going on. I'm just staring at blank canvas right now, wondering what the heck I'm going to draw tonight. Because, see, it's King Lear, which... this may be blasphemy, but I don't super love this play. I find it to be... Every time I've seen it live, it's boring. It's a boring play to me. And that's sacrilege. But maybe I just haven't seen a good production of it. Maybe that's the thing. Because there's good words in it. There's some really good words in it. And the Anthony Hopkins thing on Amazon is pretty good. But they moved stuff around and changed it, and they broke up a lot of the long speeches, and yeah, they changed a lot of stuff around, which is fine. It's more suitable to a film to do that. But it makes me wonder, did they have to do that because the play, the pacing is not good, and I have reason to be kind of bored by it? Or did they do that just because they can? I don't know. Anyway, I picked a couple quotes. The first one is super obvious, and I've lost it in my 9 million tabs that, of course, I have 9 million tabs open. That is not what I want. It's scene 1, act 1, scene 1. Why can't I find it? This'll do. All right. So the first quote that I was thinking of was, my eyes are done for. This whole week, I've just been staring at spreadsheets and stuff. And now I can't see shit. I just want to sleep for 6 months, maybe. That would be amazing. Anyway, the first quote that I was thinking of is, "Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again." And so here's the context for this. King Lear is an aging king of Britain, and he's already divided up his kingdom into thirds for like 1/3 for each of his daughters. And the first daughter, but he's already done this. He's already picked, he's already like divided it into thirds. But now he's like, I'm going to make my daughters tell me how much they love me, and then I'm going to decide who gets what third, I guess. And the first daughter like goes on about how much she loves her dad, you know, kissing his ass. Second daughter does the same thing, but like tries to one up the first daughter, kissing the ass. And then the third daughter's over here like, what could I possibly say that would prove to my dad how much I love him? Like, I am a deeds person. He should know how much I love him based on how I've lived my life. And so when King Lear, her dad, let's see. Let's start from the beginning, I suppose. Cordelia, to the audience, to herself, as an aside, says, "What shall Cordelia speak? Love and be silent." What shall Cordelia speak? Love and be silent. And Lear, pointing to the map, of all these bounds, even from this line to this, with shadowy forests and with champions rich, I really can't see, with plenteous rivers and wide-skirted meads, we make thee lady. To thine and Albany's issue, be this perpetual. So you and your children all get this area. What says our second daughter? Our dearest Regan, wife of Cornwall, speak. Regan, the second daughter, says, I am made of that self-metal as my sister, and prize me. Can I just embiggen this? Oh, no, that was not the way. How do I embiggen it? How do I zoom in? I'm too old. And also, Command plus is not the way. I guess I'm just gonna squint. Where did it go? I Command plused and it went somewhere else. Yeah, I am made of that self-metal as my sister, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart I find she names my very deed of love. Only she comes too short, that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys, which the most precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone felicitate, what a bitch, in your highness's love. And Cordelia, again an aside, says, oh, then poor Cordelia, and yet not so, since I am sure my love's more ponderous than my tongue. Daddy says, to thee and thine hereditary ever remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that of conferred Goneril. Now, our joy, although our last and least, to whose young love the vines of France and milk of Burgundy strive to be interest. What can you say to draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak. So these first two sisters have been like, I love you more. No, I love you more. No, I love you more. I love him more. Blah, 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 blah. And he's been like, oh, yes. Yes, you love me. Oh, thank you. Here is some land. Now, third daughter, youngest and weirdest, tell me how much you love me. What can you say to draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak. Nothing, my lord. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again. Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bond, no more, no less. How, Cordelia, mend your speech a little, lest you mar your fortunes. Good my lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as are right fit. Obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Haply when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my plight shall carry half my love with him, half my care and duty shall, sure I shall never marry like my sisters, to love my father all. But goes thy heart with this? I, my good lord, so young and so untender, so young, my lord, and true. Let it be so. Thy truth, then, be thy dower. For by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of Hecate and the night, by all the operation of the orbs from whom we do exist and cease to be, here I disclaim all my parental care, Jesus, Shakespeare's fucking wordy sometimes, unnecessary, and property of blood, and as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever. The barbarous Scythian, or you know what? He just goes on. He's crazy. Anyway, the quote is, nothing will come from nothing. So he's like, speak up for yourself. And she's like, I can't put words to my thoughts. And so he goes, all right then, bitch, you're out of the will. Peace out. I don't love you anymore. So my thought for that one was, like, you have to be an advocate for yourself. Because if you don't, how can you possibly get what you want if you don't ask for it? Yeah. So Lear is absolutely a jerk who needed people to kiss up to him. And then when someone didn't kiss up to him, he went like extra crazy. But also the daughters that kissed up to him are also crazy. Everyone's freaking wild in this play. It shouldn't be a boring play. I need to see a good production of it. Maybe I will not be bored. Anyway. To all of my friends who are watching who I saw their production of King Lear, it wasn't you. It was the whole play. And they're all crazy. It's so fun. So there's this one. What's up, Liam? So there's this. Nothing will come from nothing. Speak. Stand up for yourself. But also, like, be aware that if you do stand up for yourself, you might get written out of the will. So ask for what you want and be willing to accept the consequences. That's one quote that I was thinking of. And then the second one kind of like breaks my heart a little bit. It's when the Earl of Gloucester, at a certain point, gets his eyeballs poked out. Fucking cool. Right? How can this be a boring play when eyeballs get poked out? But here we are. And his son, who's in costume, he's in disguise. He's like on the lam in disguise as a beggar. Poor Tom. And they meet on the road. And I wish I could split myself. I wish I had a reading partner. Because this scene is just really, really good. It's such a good scene. This other one that I'm thinking of. Should I indulge myself? I might indulge myself a little and just take you on this journey with me. So Gloucester, I'll be Gloucester over here, and I'll be Edgar over here. How about that? I really need some fucking friends to get on this shit with me and like read this nonsense together with me so that I don't have to play all the parts. In fact, I don't want to play any of the parts. But here we are, streaming solo. All right. I've been told to indulge. Here we go. So Gloucester, blind man, just had his eyeballs ripped out. When shall I come to the top of the same hill? You do climb up it now. Look how we labor. Methinks the ground is even. Horrible steep. Hark, do you hear the sea? No, truly. Why then your other senses grow imperfect, but your eyes anguish. So may it be indeed. Methinks thy voice is altered, and thou speakst in a better phrase and matter than thou didst. You're much deceived. In nothing am I changed, but in my garments. Methinks you're better spoken. Come on, sir, here's the place. Stand still. How fearful and dizzy 'tis to cast one's eyes so low, and crows and choughs that wing the midway air show scarce so gross as beetles. Halfway down hangs one that gathers samper, dreadful trade. Methinks he seems no bigger than his head. The fishermen that walk upon the beach appear like mice, and yond tall anchoring bark diminished to her cock a buoy almost too small for sight. The murmuring surge that on the unnumbered idle pebbles chafes cannot be heard so high. I'll look no more lest my brain turn and the deficient sight topple down headlong. Set me where you stand. Give me your hand. You are now within a foot of the extreme verge, and for all beneath the moon, would I not leap upright? Let go my hand. Here, friend, is another purse. In it a jewel well worth a poor man's taking. Fairies and gods prosper it with thee. Go thou further off. Bid me farewell. Let me hear thee going. Now fare you well, good sir. With all my heart. And then Edgar, as an aside, says, why do I trifle thus with this despair is done to cure it? Oh, you mighty gods! He kneels. This world I do renounce, and in your sights shake patiently my great affliction off. If I could bear it longer and not fall to quarrel with your great opposeless wills, my snuff and loathed part of nature should burn itself out. If Edgar live, oh bless him. Now, fellow, fare thee well. He falls. Gone, sir, farewell. And yet I know not how conceit may rob the treasury of life, when life itself yields to the theft. Had he been where he thought, by this had thought been past, alive or dead. Ho you, sir, friend, hear you, sir, speak. Thus might he pass indeed, yet he revives. What are you, sir? Away, and let me die. Hadst thou been aught but gossamer, feathers, air, so many fathom down precipitating, thou'dst shivered like an egg, but thou dost breathe, hast heavy substance, bleedst not, speakst, art sound. 10 masts at each make not the altitude which thou hast perpendicularly fell. Thy life is a miracle. Speak yet again. But have I fallen or no? From the dread summit of this chalky burn, look up a height. The shrill-gorged lark so far cannot be seen or heard. Do but look up. Alack, I have no eyes. Is wretchedness deprived that benefit to end itself by death? 'Twas yet some comfort when misery could beguile the tyrant's rage and frustrate his proud will. Give me your arm. Up. So is't. How is't? Feel your legs? You stand. Too well, too well. This is above all strangeness. Upon the crown of the cliff, what thing was that which parted from you? A poor unfortunate beggar. As I stood here below, methought his eyes were 2 full moons. He had 1,000 noses, horns whelked and waved like the enriched sea. It was some fiend. Therefore, thou happy father, think that the clearest gods who make them honors of men's impossibility have preserved thee. All right. You know what? I can't indulge myself anymore because, like, I'm fucking bored. All right. It's just, what a play. Not very interesting. I've bored myself. I've died. I'm a corpse now. But the scene's fun if you have people who are like good actors and who are more than one person reading to themselves in the same voice. It might be a good scene. It's a great scene in the Amazon one. Anyway, here's the explanation because I did that really terribly and you probably didn't understand a single fucking thing that came out of my mouth. But here's the TLDR. Edgar and Gloucester, these two characters, are father and son. Gloucester got his eyes gouged out. He's just a big bloody mess. And Edgar is on the run and he's dressed as a peasant. They meet up. Gloucester is like, I want to die, lead me to the top of this cliff, and then tell me where to stand so that I can just jump off already. And Edgar obviously recognizes his dad. He puts on a voice like, oh shit, this is my dad. He's probably gonna recognize my voice, right? So I have to, like, you know, put on this different voice for it, whatever. Anyway, that's not the important part. The important part is that Edgar does not lead him to the top of a cliff. He leads them, Gloucester says something about like, are you sure we're going to the top of the cliff? Feels like we're on solid, flat ground. And Edgar's like, no. Like, look at all the stuff that's really far away. Like, that tree looks like a little pebble. There's fishermen down there that look like little bugs. Like, you're clearly on the top of a cliff, my bro. Just go ahead and jump now. Just fall forward. Just have a go at it. And he does, but he doesn't fall off a cliff because he's on the flat ground. And Edgar then comes around. Oh man, dude, whoa, you just fell from really high. Are you okay? And Gloucester's over here like, shut the fuck up, go away. I'm trying to die over here. Could you please just let me do that? And Edgar's like, nah, bro, you're not gonna die because there was a demon up there with you that like just protected you from this ginormous fall that you just had. But the thing that really makes me want to consider this is as like something to draw is up. So howist. Feel your legs, you stand. All of those times when you're like, am I dead? Am I dead? Am I dying? Holy shit, I'm dying. Oh my God, I've died. And then you feel your legs and you're standing. That one. So I don't know which one to draw. Like, feel your legs. You're standing. Or, what was the other one? Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again. Nothing will come of nothing. Or, feel your legs. You stand. So those are the quotes. Please, if you have Amazon Prime, give that. Anthony Hopkins plays Lear. It's pretty good. Yeah. There's a lot of Florence Pugh is in it as Cordelia. It's a pretty good freaking version of this play. I'm not going to say it's not boring, and I'm not going to say that I fully agree with everything that they did, but it's pretty good. And Andrew Scott is in it as Edgar. This particular scene, makes me cry every time. Watching Andrew Scott do any Shakespeare pretty much makes me cry with jealousy and rage. But this one made me actually feel like healthy emotions. So, I mean, give it a watch. So those are my quotes, and I don't know which one I think is more not relevant. I don't know which one is more speaking to me. I think that nothing will come of nothing. Speak is like, if you're reading the cards, it would be like a really good moment to be like, oh, there's something that you need to ask for. You need to be asking for things. Like that's a good card to make you think, like, introspectively think about what you're trying to get and how you're not seeking outside assistance for it. But then this one, the feel your legs, you stand, is another one that would be a really good card to pull, where it would be like, but did you die though? Like, just that one would be like, so one of them is like a call to action. You need to ask for things. You need to advocate for yourself. And the other is like, you need to reframe how you're looking at something. So I'm kind of at a loss. I don't know. Or is there a way I could combine them? I've never taken two exactly, but did you die? I haven't taken two. Who knew that was Shakespeare? What's that from? Like The Hangover? It's Shakespeare. It all comes back to Shakespeare. Who stole from other previous storytellers. So, whatever. Anyway, neither here nor there. I've never taken two completely different scenes and combined them into one card before. Is it the time to do that? I don't know. Up. Howist. Feel your legs. You stand. Yeah, all this stuff was before Shakespeare. Shakespeare did nothing original. In fact, a lot of his source material is practically beat for beat his plays. Because, like, I think about this, not a lot, but sometimes, about how if you were going to a play in those days and you, like, didn't know what the play was about, would you enjoy it as much as if you did know, you know? Like, if you already know the story, are you going to be able to follow it better? Because, it was still poetry then. I feel like it was probably just as hard for people in Shakespeare's day to understand what the fuck was going on as it is for people in our day. Come on, man. But if you already know the story, if it's a popular tale, like, everybody knows the Three Little Pigs. If we put that on stage with incredibly complex language, it would be easier to understand because everybody knows the Three Little Pigs. You know? So, yeah, I don't know what to pick here. Yeah. What do I pick? Somebody come do this for me. Idea? Shakespearean Mother Goose. Yes. I'm about it.
Really?
Let's do it.
Is there really only 2 items on this card?
Let's do some Shakespearean Mother Goose. But first, I need to do a Mother Gooseian card for fucking King fucking Lear. Fuck. This is probably the most fuckerific stream I've ever done. But I'm just not in the mood to hold my tongue right now. I'm in a mood to explode. Oh, doll, you're in charge this week. Tell me what to do. Last week Liam was in charge, and he let me draw, and it was bad. And this week, doll, if I do anything weird and unpalatable, it's all your fault. All right, but it's like 8:30. I need to be drawing something. The randos who come onto the stream are going to be expecting me to be drawing something. So let's get on that. Fuck. I wonder if I can't do 2 cards for King Lear. No other play has gotten 2 cards. Nothing will come. Should I just flip a coin? Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again, or up. So how is't? Feel your legs, you stand. Do I have a coin? How do I not have a coin in here? I have checks. You can't flip those. Hey, Finn. Do you have a coin? Hey, Finn. Meow if you think I should do the first one. Meow if you think I should do the second one. She doesn't think I should do either of them. God, this cat is cute. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do I need to move the pile? I don't think moving the pile would help. She'd still just be a pair of legs sticking up. Finn? Help me. She's not helpful. All right, Finn. Do we do the first quote or the second quote? Useless. Fucking useless. All right, back to bed. Unhelpful. Wolf in a doublet. Wolf in a doublet. That's too much work. So, like, if I drew I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about you could just see my cat's legs, because that's what's important to me, is my cat's legs. So I just drew pants. No. And I don't want to do a body part, necessarily. If I've done any... I think I've done a hand, maybe. The other, and a skull and a heart. A hand, a skull, and a heart. And those are the only body parts that I've done. You go fall down now? Don't hurt yourself. Feel your legs. You stand. Good night, Vanessa. Thanks for hanging out for 5 seconds. I hope you get some good sleep. Jesus, this one's really tough. This is really, really, really hard. "4 a.m. God, Vanessa, why are you even here? I would have been in bed by 6 a.m. I would have stayed up for 2 hours and gone right back to bed. Night, night. Yeah, I saw your comments, Vanessa. I just didn't clock that I've been here for a half hour. Pants hanging on a clothesline. Could do. Ooh. 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 The CBs. Chop chop, Vanessa. Get out of here. Oh my god, whatever I draw should be boring. Yes. I mean, it's all about standing. Like, you're standing on solid ground, feel your legs, you stand. Or, nothing comes from nothing, speak again. Stand up for yourself. So maybe there's something to do with standing. I did think about eyeballs. I thought about eyeballs a lot. Because there's a lot in this play about, I mean, obviously the actual physical blindness of Gloucester, but then the blindness of the various plots, the blind, like just being like metaphorically blind to a lot of things that are going on. And just not understanding things. So I did think about eyeballs. But I thought that these two quotes were more like more cardy. The color is red. It's red today. All right. Doll. Doll wants pants. Well, then go get some fucking pants. Just, all right, you want a clothesline. Oh, that's a really bad clothesline. That's also really bad. That's really bad, but acceptable. There's some pants on a clothesline. This one's just for doll. But I kind of really like it though. It is emotional. Look at it. It's crying. Oh. Whoa. Oh, woe is me. All right. There's your pants, doll. Yeah. I think this is adorable. I will be keeping this portrait. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and save it. Bam. All right. But for real though, what am I doing? Standing. I like the idea of standing. Standing up for yourself, standing on solid ground, just standing up. Standing up. How do you draw standing up? I'm thinking vertical lines. Something vertical, but also something horizontal, something perpendicular. Is it a shoe or a boot? Perhaps. That's a boot. I'm a really, really good artist. Fucking incredible. All right. I like the idea of a boot. I don't know that a boot really tells the story that I want to tell necessarily. Like, cause that's, oh my God, I put into Google looking for inspiration. I put person in boot. Can you guess? Can you guess what images it has shown me? Just take a wild guess about the images that person in boot will yield. And I wonder if it will yield this result to everyone who searches person in boot, or if it just knows what kind of English I speak. I don't even speak this English. It's a bunch of people in cars, like in the trunk of cars. There's like not a single shoe in this whole Google image search. It's all people with duct taped mouths and tied up hands. That's not what I wanted, Google. That's not it. Maybe I'll add an S to the end of boot. See what happens. Person in boots. All right. Everyone's out of the back of the car. Ooh, I like the idea of looking down. Like, so this one that I'm looking at right now has like a shoe and a shoe. This looks like so hard to draw though. I don't have confidence in myself that I could like actually do this perspective is the thing about this. But it's like looking down at your own boots, which is a really cool idea. But again, I really don't trust my ability to draw that. But I love the idea of looking down at your own feet. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Challenge myself. Challenge accepted. Here we go. Oof. we go. Ugh. No, where did the good picture go? I found a good one with like nice contrast so that I can clearly see the details. And it's gone. There it is. Come back. All right. So I'm just going to start with some shapes, I think. And I'm going to do everything kind of down here at the bottom. And just like, rather than doing my usual, rather than doing the usual, like, circular vignette type of thing, I'm going to do like a gradient. From top to bottom this time. And those shoes are going to be at the bottom. And they will have perhaps red shoelaces. I don't know. Maybe the whole shoes will be red. I don't know. Bridges to cross. Let's just try to sketch this out first. Okay. So general shapes, right? So we have like, I'm on a new layer, right? So we have like a toe box area, and then where it comes in, and then the heel would be back here, but we're not going to see the heel because there's a leg in it. And this particular, I mean, boots, they're kind of like this way, right? This one is, and it kind of comes together in a V shape. And then there's a lace and a lace and a lace and another lace. Oh, these are really tight boots. Another lace. And then on top this is where I'm unsure about my abilities, but oh, ruby slippers. Oh, that would be really cute. Oh. Speaking of ruby slippers, I think about glitter. Oh, red shoes are too fun. Unless you're talking about like red shoes. That's not fun. I kind of love the feminist angle of red shoes, to be honest. The shape was interesting before. What were you saying? Are you saying it looked like a penis? Is that what you're saying? Did I have a dong boot? Well, this is Shakespeare, baby. Everything's a dong. And actually, I'm going to cheat. And I'm just going to duplicate that and flip it and move it over to the other side. There's 2 feet. All right. Pant legs. All right, I'm going to merge those down. And I'm going to put some pants on it because doll demands pants. Okay, so this is where I said I was like unsure. But I think if I can break it down into like shapes again, I think we'll be okay. So, you know, here's like a shape. And here's another shape. And we can connect those shapes. And another shape here. Man, everything is shapes. I freaking love shapes, man. Shapes are fire. there's a pant leg. Sure, why not? Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. Right. Some more shapes over here. Another little half circle. And another wrinkly piece. And another kind of triangle. I messed up the shapes. I got a half circle. I got another half circle with a triangle in it. Man, drawing from like, I need to do more still life drawing so that I can like look at stuff better and interpret what I'm seeing into lines. I need to do more of that. All right, that's not terrible, right? What I do want to do is this leg, this pant leg is a bit like extra. It's a bit too baggy. So I'm just gonna rein it in a little bit. Bam. Some legs with some pants. And then I can give them some like little bows. Bang. Look at it. Do they need toes? No, they don't need toes. They're fine the way they are. All right. You know what? It's kind of weird. I'm almost happy with it. I do want to I'm going to duplicate this layer real quick. And I'm just going to play with it just a little bit. Just to adjust that perspective a little bit. Because I can. That seems a little bit better, IMO. But maybe bring it down a bit. And then I'm going to squish it in a little bit. All right, I'm happy with that. Look at that, just a slight difference. But this one looks like it's a little bit more like from top down. All right, so that's my rough sketch. I'm gonna draw I guess first I'm gonna like merge these two down. All right, so now I have just this drawing. I'm gonna take that opacity down really low and then do the actual sketch. But I also, you know what I have thought about lately is that I haven't done in a while like a really sketchy thing. Like since Merchant of Venice back on, that was like my fourth one that I ever did. And the same for Much Ado About Nothing. It was really, really angled. I haven't done one that's really, that like has those sharp lines in a while and that kind of sketchy feel to it. So I'm going to bring it back. I guess I did this one. That one's pretty sketchy. But that one also is probably the worst thing I've ever done, but has like the most special place in my heart. But I haven't done like a lot of angles and like extended lines and sketchiness. But I think with all of the shapes and angles on this sketch, it lends itself to being very kind of sketchy like that. And I think if I thought about it really hard, I would be able to reconcile, but did you die though? And stand up for yourself, bitch, to being like I could make that make sense as two like sketchy, unrefined pieces of art. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave that up for interpretation to whoever, if I ever decide I'm going to print these things, that'll be up to the interpretation of whoever it is that's reading the cards. That's what that'll be. So it's there if they want to use it. So just how sketchy I want to be, I'm not sure. Like, is this too much? No. Who gives a shit? Who can say me nay? Also, I've started doing silver point, right? And something that I've been working on with that is learning to use straight lines, because they're easier to control. And so if I use a bunch of straight lines, I've been doing a lot of cross hatching lately. And what's that? Did I receive a message? Yeah, but I've been doing a lot of cross hatching lately. And I'm finding that it's a lot of fun to try to do curves with little tiny straight lines. Because like a lot of times when you're sketching, you're like, oh, for me anyway, if I'm trying to sketch a circle, I'll do like, you know, little curved lines. And cool, whatever. But isn't it more fun, though, to like to do tiny straight lines and see if you can get a circle see if you can get infinite sides out of tiny straight lines? I think it's more fun lately. Lately, for me, I'm having more fun doing tiny straight lines. Anyway. Back to the shoes. Do I want this to go under or over? I'm going to go under. If I want to piss myself off, the next one will not match. Do I want to piss myself off? I think it would be funny, actually. Does this piss anyone else off? When their shoelaces don't cross, like in the correct pattern? Or is it just me? That I have to undo my shoelaces and fix them. I cannot have it. I can't have it. All right, there's a shoe. Red shoelaces. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's like the easiest way to be, I think, like to have the red in there without it being too much red, you know? So I was also thinking red shoelaces. Wait. I almost made one shoe like way rounder than the other, and that would have not flown with me. Would have not fucking flown. But yeah, I think red shoelaces is the way to go. Because if the whole shoe is red, I think that would be too much red. So yeah, leaning toward red shoelaces for sure. Ugh, ugly. This is kind of fun though to just, oh, where's that shoelace coming from? Nowhere. Let's redo. Oh, let's hella redo. Let's maybe slow it down. No. Let's start from the other end. Oh my god. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. My little brother's in his bedroom smoking weed. That's bad. That's really bad. You know what I need to do? I need to land leg right there. That's an acceptable shoelace. Next. Needs to be higher up again. Whew. Crikey. This is hard. Wicked hard. Slower sketching. Maybe try that. All right. All right. One shoe is definitely like more confident than the other. So let me just brazen up these lines a little bit over here. It's interesting how on that other side I just kind of drew rectangles and let it go. And then on this side I'm like, oh, losing my mind. Am I gonna fix this one also? Or am I gonna let it be like incorrectly laced? What do I do? I kind of want to leave it incorrectly laced, to be honest. Just because it'll piss me off, and I know that if it pisses me off, it'll piss off somebody else. Somebody else out there is going to be just as pissed off by it as I am. And, you know, if I can have that kind of effect on another person, you know, that's a life well lived. Right? I think that's in the Bible somewhere. Yeah, that's not even Shakespeare. That's biblical. I actually really am. I'm really enjoying this. Yeah. Look at it. It's so cute. All right. Let's make this shoe a little confident too. These are like Vans, I feel like. They ended up not being boots. They ended up being really uncomfortable Vans. Like my toes would be immediately falling off if I put these shoes on. Immediately. Look at these uncomfortable shoes. Perfect. All right, let's do some uncomfortable pants over here. Right.
I'm taking this shit.
I actually want to keep the sketches underneath. I do want to fix this though. Because that's just wrong. If it's wrong, I'm not having it. All right, and fixed. But yeah, I really like the look of the sketch underneath. But again, I don't know if that's like... Oh, yeah, like you're stomping on the eyeball. Some optic nerve. A little blood spatter.
Should have thought about that before you rolled my shit.
Yeah? Yeah? Is this what we're doing? Fuck yeah. Let's go. I actually don't hate this idea. But it's a little bit much. A little bit much. But again, I don't hate the idea. Like, you're looking down at this eyeball and it's looking up at you. And you're like, what do I do with that? Actually, I'm saving this. Save image, please. Thank you. And now I'm going to erase it. All right. I really loved that. Thank you for indulging me with that. I'm going to add some highlights. I think it's highlight time. Some white highlights. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. Cool. White highlights. Here we go. Oh, it's like he's standing at the edge of the cliff. He doesn't know where he's standing. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. This one might be my favorite one yet. All right, white highlights. Where's the light coming from? Where's my light source? I think like ahead, like in front. It's probably the best light source for this. So there would be a bit on the toes, maybe a bit on each little thing. There's probably some highlight there, and there would definitely be some here and here and definitely here. Same over here. Just a little bit on the laces. Probably not much there, actually. All right. There's my highlights. Some shadows, perhaps. New layer. Shadow time. I like the idea of keeping it kind of sketchy. I guess I should probably blend it out. But I don't know. It's also a lot of fun to just have it be like just scribbles. What do I do in the shadows? Personally, not much. It's mostly just wanking. God, this is a whole different freaking live stream tonight. I would apologize if I was sorry, but I'm like barely here, let alone sorry. So. I mean, should I smudge it out? I don't know. I think it'll lose something if I smear it all around. But this is the good thing about layers, is that I can try it, and if it sucks, I can delete it. But I'm really liking the just sketchy aspect. But the thing is, if I leave it super sketchy like this, I think I'm gonna have to change the white highlights a bit, because those are pretty strong. Like they're maybe a little too bright. Maybe. Unless I deepen the shadows. Deepen the shadows. There's nobody saying I can't do that. But yeah, like shading like this is something I've been working on lately with silver point, because it doesn't smudge very well. And a straight line is easier to control. So I've been working on this a lot lately. Man, I can't wait till I've done this for a whole year and I get to look back and like really reflect on what I've done this year. Because it's getting close. It's getting so close to the end of the year that it's about to be time to reflect. And I think I would love to do like a write-up about it. But I don't know that I'm gonna have the like attention span to actually do this write-up that I'm thinking of. I've been working on an essay for the past week about what it's like to be a disabled person, a disabled athlete, and how like your body is always changing and nobody prepares you for it. Like in middle school in America, you know, we all get taken aside and, you know, split up based on our reproductive organs and told like your feet are gonna grow or like you're gonna start bleeding, but not like how to deal with the changes that our bodies go through. Like I've been living in a menstruating body for like 20 years now, and I didn't until like a year ago know that there are certain times to do different types of workouts based on your hormone levels, which you can track very easily. I didn't know that. And I was like, I feel like I'm hacking my body now. Like I have like a cheat code now that I know this stuff. But like, why did it take a podcast to teach me this stuff? Why isn't this something that's like why isn't this knowledge readily available to people? And then I started thinking about like how bodies are always changing and how being able-bodied is a phase. It's temporary. Nobody stays able-bodied forever. If you live long enough, you're gonna be disabled. And that's just the way it is. And like nobody ever talks about how to deal with the inevitably something's going to happen, whether it's a permanent disability or whether you've twisted an ankle and you have to take a week off of like training. You have to walk on crutches for a week. Like nobody talks about how to actually deal with the changes of living in a meat suit, a decaying meat suit. And so I've had this essay in my head, and I've got it probably 1/3 of the way written. And I just, man, every time I sit down to write lately, just words don't come out. So I want to at the end of the year, and like that one's something I feel really strongly about, but I still can't sit down and actually write it. And I think I have another disability that's preventing me from doing that. But I want to, at the end of the year, write something about how this past 52 weeks has been like really, really good for my art and for my learning. Like, look where I used to be. Look how I was thinking. Look where I am now. Look how I'm more adventurous, you know. But am I actually going to sit down and do it? I mean, it doesn't seem likely, to be honest. We do need to write a script. Phantom bug bites. What? Phantom. Okay. Good God. If that's something else I have to look forward to. Like, seriously, if that's something that people have, like, why isn't that something that we talk about? Like, you know, I actually don't think that in any of my health classes we talked about menopause at all. Like, I know we talked about, like, the penis goes in the vagina and you can make a baby, and if you don't make a baby, you bleed out of your vagina and you're a whore if you have sex. I know that we learned that stuff in high school. Nobody ever said anything about, but one day it'll stop. And here's how your body's going to change then. And did we never learn that because our society doesn't care about aging people with uteruses. I'm probably leaning toward that's what happened there. But yeah, it just pisses me off that we have these fucking meat suits and we know so much about them. And like, we have to live in them. We have to live in these fucking meat suits. Why does nobody tell us how to take care of them? Why did it take me until like 33 to learn how to take care of my hair? I don't do it, but I learned how. Maybe someday I'll do it. But like, not all of us have parents that like give a shit about our cleanliness. And like, not all of our families know how to care for different aspects of our lives. Like, some like, and it shouldn't be up to families to like talk about menstruation and menopause and disability. Like, everybody should know everything about that. People who don't have uteruses should know about hormonal cycles. All right, I'm on a rant that doesn't mean anything, has nothing to do with this play. I'm not going to apologize for it, though. It just is what it is. Just is what it is. But yeah, we need to write a script. Ugh. That's so freaking creepy. Feels like things crawling up your legs. Ugh, Jesus. Can't wait for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, are we done with this yet? No, we're not. We're not done. We could be. We could be done. If we gave up, we could be done by now. What's like the opposite, like a reverse mantra? Something that like you shouldn't say to yourself for inspiration. Like, you could be done by now if you just gave up. Is there a thing? Is there a name for a reverse mantra? Because I have some ideas for those. I don't know why I want this to look so sketched. I don't know why I want this, but I do. I can't explain it. It does need red, but I just want to get the shadows and highlights on first. And then I'll add red on top, I think. I'm really enjoying it. I think perhaps the shoe does need some more shading. It's a bit flat. So maybe, yeah, just some more rounded edges. But did you die though? That's honestly been one of my mantras lately, is literally has been like, you survived 100% of the times this has happened. You're not gonna die. So it literally is a variation of, but did you die though? And I'm amused by it, honestly. But did you die though? No, I didn't. And I'm not gonna. Not from this bullshit anyway. I mean, something will get me eventually. But it's not gonna be generalized anxiety disorder. It's not gonna be fucking sadness. Red laces are not a good thing? What does that mean? Oh, are red laces like some sort of like racist shit? Did racists ruin something for everybody? This is my surprise. This is my shocked face. It's too late now. Red's gotta go in here somewhere. I feel like eventually everything is gonna be skinhead code. Eventually you're not gonna be able to do anything without it being like, oh no, some racist skinhead did this. Like, you can't make the F hand shape anymore. It's also the number 9. Apparently that's racist now. I didn't know. So now I'm like somebody got fired for making like the okay hand shape, and I just think it's the letter F and the number 9, and apparently it's not. And so now whenever I'm signing, I'm like, can I use that? Is that like, am I gonna get canceled for a whole, like, using a language? It's crazy. Fucking white supremacists will, like, ruin everything for everybody. But we knew that. We knew that was gonna happen. That was a given. Can't have anything nice. Also, why I didn't do this once and just use the symmetry thing is wild. I should have done that. Because now here I am over here doing this other shoe, and I'm like, I don't want to do this. I already did this once. I already shaded in a shoe. I don't want to do it again. But I gotta. I guess I gotta. So is this boring? Is this as boring as the play? Just sitting here watching me color in some shoes? Is it boring? I put it to you that it's not fun. I put it to you. All right, so where's the red gonna go then? If I don't put it in the laces. Where will it go? Red pants. Blood. Could do blood, but I don't know that it requires blood. This particular piece. blood. I mean, I could do. But my question about blood is like, it would look cool, yes. But what message is it sending? Does it, because like right now it can be both stand up for yourself and did you die though? Versus like, if I make it to did you die though, then I would lose the stand up for yourself narrative. So the verdict seems to be pants need to be red. But I feel like that's a lot of red. And it's gonna not look good to have all that red there. So I think that'll be too much red if I do the whole pants in red. Polka dots. I don't know. Let's see. Here's red pants, which I can guarantee I'm not going to be a fan of. And I'm not sure that you're going to be a fan of it either. Chat. There's red pants. Nope. Red shoes, I'm also not a big fan of. I think I like the red shoes less than I like the red pants. So we're gonna try, since apparently the red shoelaces are it. I mean, that's what it was planned for. So that's like where it works. And it's unfortunate that apparently this is illegal. Because this is what it's supposed to be. Alas, I don't like the pants. You guys can like the pants all you want. It's not It's not good. I don't like the pants. Who does that? What's the point of all that red? I'm not a fan of it. Doll is in charge this week, so what they say goes, I guess. And they want pants. I'm a fan of this, to be honest. Some real subtle red shit. And maybe some generic red shadow. That's a lot, though. That's really, really saturated. I think less is more here. So, yeah, because you're feeling the ground. Feel the ground. It's there. Did you die, though? Feel it. Needs to be more in the footle region. More in the footle region. And then also lightened. And no, more lighter. And smudged. Just a wee bit. Do it's an undercarriage light. I hate you. Do I want to smudge this out? Just a little. I think maybe not smudge, but like erase a little bit. No. Different eraser. Oops. So not smudged, but like smoothed out with the eraser. Is what I'm thinking. Now I'm gonna have Smooth Criminal in my head for who knows how long. Yes. Why? Should I also do this with... No, I shouldn't. Should leave the black as is. We're almost done. Edmund, are you okay? Are you okay, Eddie? No, he's not. He's really not okay. Poor Tom. Poor Tom. I'm pretty excited about how this looks at the moment. At the mo. Well, this is fun. Right? I wonder if I should... I think this will not look great, but I just want to give it a try. Just to see how some like extra shadow might look. But yeah, I don't think I'm a fan of it. I just don't think it's necessary, I guess. Yeah, I think we do better without it. However, I want to... I'm going to do just a little bit of shading on top of the pant layer. Maybe a little less. So I'm just gonna erase a bit. I'm gonna add a bit, actually. I'm just gonna go really light on it though. Like, I don't know if it makes sense lighting wise, but it definitely makes sense attention wise, drawing the eye wise, to have the top of the legs a little darker. And is this, let's redo this gradient, perhaps. I feel like it's like not straight across at all. So I'm gonna redo it. Fan. Hi, Fan. Should the red extend into the black? I think it should. Yeah. Ugh. But did you die though? That's the name of the piece. But did you die though? So, but can you tell what it is if it's teeny tiny? I think you can tell what it is if it's teeny tiny. But I also think that I need to add some more shadow, some more shading to the shoes. Because, like, you can't quite tell necessarily. I'm going to use the big shader this time. But I'm going to do it in a new layer. I mean, it's a little better. Little bit better. I think they're still a little bit flat, but maybe that's the symbolism for the play. Maybe the play is a little bit flat. And that bright white toe is just a little too bright white, I think, still. So I'm gonna tone it down. You see what I did there? You're damn right you do. You're damn right you saw that. I'm actually going to take all this white down a notch. It's all a little bit too bright. Ah, poor Gloucester. Poor guy. Oh, why did I not have white here on this place? I got white on one side right here, but not on the other. What is that? White. And what is this? Who is going to let me get away with that? Doll. Doll was about to let that happen. I like how this can be both directions. Like, are you standing in the abyss and looking down at another person's feet? Or are you the person standing here? Hang on a second. Hang on a sec. I don't know what this is going to end up looking like, but I have to try it. Right. Where were we? Whoa. Whoa. Whoa! Ghost feet. That's pretty wild. Actually, I have to do it again. Yeah, well, Liam shouldn't have been in charge last time. I should never be in charge. I don't understand your problem, doll. This is the way it is. This is just what it is. Yeah, there's no adults here. So sorry. Do I leave the ghost feet in? I think the ghost, you can't see them, and when it's printed, there's like for sure you're not gonna see the ghost feet in a print. But I like knowing that it's there. Anyway, here it is. I think this is King Lear. I think we're done. No more adults needed. I think we can all go be children. I won't leave it? Is that what you're saying? Are you telling me that I won't do it? 'Cause I'll do it. Whoa, look at those beautiful, beautiful pixels. Look at that. Here we are. What an interesting concept that I didn't like. I'm really excited about this. But I went into tonight going, God, that's not a play that I really super care about. It's good because there's been this one has a hidden thing in it too that no one will ever see, and it's a little kitty cat. I don't know if you can tell on your computer, but I can see it on my iPad. There's a little kitty cat here. I can trace it out for you in case you can't see it. Here's the little kitty. It has an ear and an ear. And it's got some whiskers. It's got a little nose and a little mouth. Because cats are the center of the universe. Meow. So, I mean, it's only fitting that I hide something in this one too. That's the only two things that I've hidden something in. But yeah, we need to make some movies, Oh yeah, we were supposed to plan something, weren't we? In some month. Oops. Yeah, so that's King Lear. Next week. What's next week? Is that a holiday? Nope. Next week is not a holiday. So, I'll be here. And bye, Liam. Thanks for hanging out. And it's going to be Henry the 5, 6, 7, 8. Henry the 8th. We're done with comedies. Oh my gosh. And that was the last tragedy. Got a couple histories left. Henry VIII, Edward III. And I think that's it. We got Double Falsehood, which is one of them that, like, I think that's one of them that Shakespeare might not have even written. Or that he, like, super partnered with. But we only have 3 more plays. Two more. 2 more actual plays. Yeah, that's true. Next week is still Hanukkah, but I mean, I'll still be here. And actually, I think I'll be here the following Thursday too. Yeah, that's the 28th. So that'll be during Kwanzaa. But I'll be here. We've got 3 more weeks for this year, and I'll be here for every one of them. And that's just enough time to do Henry VIII, Edward III, and Double Falsehood. And then the rest, if I decide I want to do a 52 card deck, are just like random topics for plays. I'm excited. I can't believe I'm like 3 weeks away from the end of this project. Pretty fucking wild. Holy shit. 21st. I should do a special solstice thing, except it'll be, Edward III. Did he write that one? He wrote that one with Thomas Kidd. So that one's another one that's like he partnered. And Double Falsehood. That one is an interesting one. I feel like I'm going to have a lot to say about that one. I don't even know where to read that one. I don't think. So, it'll be fun. Anyway, I have to go do Duolingo before this owl murders me. So I'm going to go do that. And just like kind of freak out a little bit because I'm really quite proud of the simplicity of my dude in boots and pants. Even though his boots are clearly kind of minimalist shoes. And not boots at all. Anyway, this has been fun. I'm glad OBS didn't crash again. And I'm really glad that y'all come and hang out with me. 3 more weeks. Woo! Bye!